So, let me guess. You've been thinking about getting back in shape. You miss riding, you miss feeling strong, and maybe, just maybe, you've started to wonder, am I too old for this now? Is it too late for me to make a comeback? Do I even have time to do this properly? If you've had any of these thoughts, then you're in the right place, because today I want to walk you through something I've seen over and over again. In my coaching, in my community, and even in my own life. The truth is, you're not too old, you're not too busy, and you definitely are not too late. Let's start with the age thing, because this one is getting people all the time. We tell ourselves that fitness is for the young, and if we didn't make it in our 20s and 30s, we've missed the boat. That athleticism, growth and real strength is for other people, younger people. But here's the truth, and I mean it sincerely. Your body is not done. Your aging is real, your recovery is slower, you need more sleep, you can't bend backs from random high volume training as you used to, but what we lose in raw speed and hormonal advantage, we gain in experience, in focus and in commitment. And guess what? Studies have shown that aerobic capacity, strength and even VO2 max can be improved well into your 50s and 60s. One study published in Sports Medicine found that masters endurance athletes, that's people who stayed active in their midlife and beyond, maintained levels of cardiovascular fitness decades ahead of their sedentary peers. And that's not just about preserving what you had, you can still build new capacity. I've worked with 48-year-olds who have hit their highest ever FTP after just a few months of structured training. I've seen 55-year-olds who just want to finish that placed in their age group. And that's not magic, it's consistency. The key isn't age, it's belief. Because if you stop showing up, yeah, you'll decline. But if you keep training smart, respecting your body and staying consistent, yeah, you'll surprise yourself. So no, you're not too old, you're just not training like someone who still believes in their potential. So let's talk about time, because I know that this is a big one. I just don't have the time. I hear it every day, from parents, from professionals, from people who are juggling a million things. And honestly, I do get it. I've got work, I've got kids, I've got a partner, I've got chores and carpools and groceries and responsibilities. And the idea of carving out time to have a ride to train and do something just for you, well, it just feels impossible. But here's the thing that most people miss. You don't need more time. You just need better structure. Because the truth is that 80% of what most recreational cyclists do in 8 to 10 hours per week can be done more effectively in 3 to 4 hours with focus. So let me give you a real world example. So one of my clients, a dad of 3, has a full-time job, barely any weekday margin, and he trains 4 hours per week. That's it. One VO2 max session, one sweet spot or tempo ride, and one endurance ride at the weekend. And sometimes a short skills or mobility session. And guess what? He's fitter now than he was 10 years ago, when he had more time and no structure. It's not about how much time you have, it's about how you use that time that you've got. Use a trailer in the morning before work, or you can ride when the kids are having a nap. You can do a 45-minute interval before work. So make every ride count. Don't fluff. No endless junk miles if you only have 3 hours to play with. You can absolutely get strong with limited time if you stop waiting for the perfect window and just start using the imperfect one that you already have. And now for the third one, and maybe the most important. This one doesn't show up just as loudly. It's quieter. It whispers things like, I used to be in shape, I missed my shot, and I'll never be what I was. But let me flip that on its head. What if what we were isn't the goal anymore? What if the version of you right now, with all the lessons, the discipline and the perspective that you've gained, is actually more capable than you've ever been? Seriously. You may not be as quick to adapt, but you probably are more focused. You don't have as much time to waste anymore, and when you do train, you do it with purpose. It's not too late, you're right on time to do it differently, and more importantly, to do it better. So, this comeback is not about trying to be who you used to be. It's about becoming someone stronger now, for the life you have today. And here's the part that I don't want you to miss. This is not about FTP, or weight loss, or about some number that's on the screen. This is about showing up for yourself, about being the version of you that your family sees and says, you're still growing, you're still fighting, and you're still in it. Your kids are watching, your partner is watching, and more than anyone, you are watching. Every time you skip a ride, because what's the point? You're reinforcing the idea that you've peaked. But every time you show up, every time you clip in, or train before the sun comes up, or eat something who still respects in their potential, you're building a different story. And that story, that becomes your new standard. So, let me say this again, clearly, directly. You are not too old, you are not too busy, and you are absolutely not too late. You've got time, you've got potential, and if you're willing to train smart with purpose and consistency, you will get results. Don't compare yourself to what you were. Compare yourself to who you refuse to become. Tired, resigned, passive, and checked out. That's not you. You're still in it. If this message hit home today, then please, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below that says, I'm not done. Because this isn't just about training. It's about declaring that you're not done growing, not done chasing, and not done setting an example. And if you're ready for training that works for your life, not against it, hit subscribe, join the community, and ride with me. We're not here to rewind the clock. We're here to own the next chapter. So let's ride.